This video is based on the knowledge of Dr. Jim Rohn. With that said, let's get started. Have you ever stopped to think about how many times the past has held you back like an anchor? Relationships that ended, jobs that didn't work out, moments that are long gone but still echo in your mind. It's like being trapped in a cycle, always looking in the rearview mirror asking yourself, what if? But the truth is, as long as you're stuck on what once was, it'll be impossible to open the doors to what could be. And in this video, we're going to dive into exactly how to leave the past where it belongs, and how that decision can completely change your life. When we look back, we tend to see everything through distorted lenses. Our brain works like that. It highlights the good memories, erases the bad details, and creates a false sense that those times were better. Studies show that this selective nostalgia happens because our memories are linked to dopamine spikes, the neurotransmitter, responsible for pleasure. But this illusion of better times can be dangerous. The problem is, by idealizing the past, you build barriers against present opportunities and compromise your future potential. Why do we keep revisiting the past? Because it's comfortable. It's familiar. Your brain craves safety in something you already know, even if it's far from what you actually need. Think about the last time you considered going back to a relationship that didn't work or rethinking that job where you were unhappy. The comfort of the known often outweighs the fear of the unknown. But here's the truth that few people will tell you. What feels familiar isn't always what's good for you, and clinging to the past only feeds a false hope that keeps you stuck. How much is it costing you to remain tied to what's gone? That's a crucial question. Imagine trying to drive a car by looking only in the rearview mirror. It's dangerous, confusing, and ultimately, you can't move forward. That's what living in the past does. You lose energy, focus, and clarity. How many projects have you left on the table because you couldn't let go of a past decision that didn't work out? How many opportunities have you missed because you were too busy revisiting something that no longer belongs in your story? The truth is simple. The weight of the past prevents progress and stops you from reaching the emotional freedom you're searching for. But don't worry, breaking this cycle is possible. The first step to rewriting your story is simple: acceptance. That doesn't mean forgetting or erasing what happened, but learning to recognize that the past is just one chapter, not the entire book. When you accept your history as it is, without romanticizing or clinging to it, you create space for new narratives. Think of it as clearing the ground to start building a new house. You have to remove the debris before you can erect something new and strong. Once you accept it, it's time to look ahead. Where do you want to be? What excites you about your future? Defining a clear vision is essential. Often we hold on to the past because we don't have something concrete to move toward. So set small, achievable goals that act as bridges to a larger dream. Maybe it's improving your physical health, finding a new career passion, or simply developing a routine that connects you with yourself. The key is for every goal to be a piece of the puzzle for your transformation. Now here's one of the most important parts: daily action. Reflecting, dreaming, and planning won't be enough. Real change happens when you take small, consistent steps every day. Start by identifying behaviors that still tie you to the past. Is it constantly checking your ex's social media? Dwelling on frustration from your last job? Identify and replace those triggers. Swap them for new habits that propel you toward your future. Remember, every small step is an investment in what you're building. As you move forward, something incredible happens. The energy once consumed by memories, regrets, or what-ifs transforms into fuel for the present. You realize that moving on isn't about forgetting who you were or what you experienced, but honoring that journey and using it as a springboard for a new chapter. When you learn to leave the past behind, the fear of failure diminishes and enthusiasm for the unknown grows. Need an example? Think about people who turned their lives around by letting go of stories that no longer worked for them. It might be that friend who left a corporate job to start their own business, or the woman who left a toxic relationship and found happiness within herself before seeking a new partnership. These people weren't lucky. They were brave enough to let go of what held them back and, in doing so, created space for something new. But here's the thing. This transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, and it's okay for it to take time. Every step matters, and the most important decision you can make right now is to begin. Because in the end, the future doesn't wait for the past, and the only thing between you and your next big opportunity is your choice to let go of what no longer serves you. So, before we wrap up, I want you to reflect. What area of your life needs a fresh start? What, deep down, do you know is holding you back? Share it in the comments. Opening up is an act of courage and perhaps the first step toward your transformation. If this resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Here, our goal is to help you grow emotionally, achieve freedom, and create the opportunities you truly deserve. Remember, the past has been written, but the future is in your hands.